All right, everyone. Welcome back to round number one. We have a turn of three Maverick Thought first here, so that's kind of worth noting. So we're going to play Inventor's Goggles into Narnam Cobra into Maverick Thopter. So on turn three, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power on the battlefield, which according to most sources is like a pretty decent amount of power to have on the battlefield. But you know, that's just what they're saying. After that, things get a little weird. I mean, if they have a pretty good, like, if they have a very good green-black start, it's not like we're just going to kill them or anything. But, I mean, we have outs here. We're definitely having our best start. And, our opponent's having a pretty good start, it seems, as well. It's really going to depend on what they play. It's a 3-drop here. If they play something like an Underhanded Designs, I'm not entirely troubled by that. Yes. I mean, I hope they don't attack, but why would they not attack? Like, what's the reason? Oh, they just didn't attack, okay. Well, I didn't think that was really possible, but I'm glad that it was. We just get to go off here. Yeah, for sure. The weird thing about Underhand, that play by them, too, is that now they have to play 2 more artifacts for Underhanded Designs to be live, so that seems like it's just going to get tricky. I don't know what the move is next turn. I don't know if it's Revolution. Huh. Ooh, really want to play a Longfin Skywall, but can't here. Just going to attack with the Thopters and the Thopterist. We don't have any way to blink this, but they don't really know that. Alright, I could go with a Monitor or a Racer. Racer's probably a little bit better in the long run. I can also put Goggles on it, but that's going to cost 2 mana. Whereas Monitor will just like attack immediately. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play Monitor. I mean, I'm of course ahead here. I'm not saying that I'm not ahead, but I am saying that, I don't think our start was strong enough that we're like never losing from the spot. But, we're definitely very advantaged. If we draw another blue land, then our spot gets to an insane place. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, we did it. Well. Yeah, I mean, now it's hard to lose. So obviously the way to lose from here is a Yahenni's Expertise or something like that after Battle at the Bridges, but after Battle at the Bridges, something like Yahenni's Expertise becomes less and less likely. That being said, there are, it's just like the thing is that it's so hard for them to properly utilize Underhanded Designs in the spot when they have no artifacts on the battlefield as is. So in this spot, I actually am thinking about revolutioning the Druid and tapping down a Greenland, just to keep them on 4 lands. I think that might actually just be correct. Alright, and now we have lethal next turn. We actually have super lethal, right? We have lethal +1, because we have, looks like 8 on the battlefield, +9 Inventor's Goggles, +1 Implement. Yeah, I guess the reason that Chandra's Evolution play felt so good to me was just that it felt to me like they were a little choked on mana. And so that was the reason for that play. Pretty easy attack with everything here. Implement, put you to 2. Alright, well, they're at 1. Drew another Implement. There we go. Alright, on to game number 2. So we got there, but also largely on the back of that Longfin Skywhale getting in a nice little 8 damage there. So Skywhale definitely doing some work. That being said, one of the best starts that we can have. If we had had an Inventor in that spot instead of the Thopterus, we would have just, went Cobra, Weldfast, Monitor, Inventor, which wouldn't have been the same, but would have still been a pretty good start. Oh, I actually think I messed up that game too, right? I could have played, on turn 3, I could have played Implement into Maverick Thopterus. Yeah, I think I messed up as well, but we still got there, so that's okay. The question is, do I play a Ruinous Gremlin? They had underhanded designs, so probably. I'm not sure enough that I'm going to play it. Like, I think I'm just going to keep it in the board for right now. I think I'm just going to run this back if they show us a reason not to run it back. Could also put an Emerald Gear Smasher. I mean, getting rid of Puzzle Mounts and Implements is pretty good. And I don't love Mobile Garrison against a green-black deck that could have some removal, so I think that's actually a switch I'm going to make. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we're back here with a not fantastic hand. I mean, this just has like, ooh, alright, I mean, I guess it's a card, but really this hand has a Thriving Grubs, obviously, and 2 Revolutions and a Trophy Mage, so it's powerful, but, we have 1 payoff card with no enablers. So many cheap artifacts in our deck, and none of them in our opening hand, so that's a little sketchy. It's also a little strange. It's also a little sketchy that we want to draw enablers for Sweatworks Brawler, but we also have like this need to draw lands, so wow, getting rid of a 2-drop. Alright, I mean, drawing a Cogwalker's Puzzle Knot or an Implement of Combustion would be pretty good here. Or a land. I mean, we're going to have 1 more turn to draw an artifact, so that's not too bad. Winding Constrictor would be real bad for us here. True to the Cowl isn't as terrible, but could be bad. Alright, I mean, we're just going to have to deal with Trophy Mage into Chandra's Revolution or Sweatworks Brawler or something. One of the issues, honestly, with Trophy Mage is that all the things that we can get with Trophy Mage we kind of want in our deck, or we kind of want, and we don't want to give any of them away with Shrewd Negotiation, but, if they play something like a Ridge Scale Tusker, we'll, have to draw an Implement of Combustion to give away. Something like that. A Lawless Broker. Interesting. Implement of Combustion on time. Trophy Mage just doing work here. The interesting thing is if we draw a 4th land, what do we do? Because we can obviously play either Implement plus Weldfast Monitor, which would then set up 5th land into Shrewd Negotiation if they play a bomb, or we could play Implement Sweatworks Brawler, which kind of does the same thing. But then we have less artifacts on the battlefield. I actually don't know which is better. I'm obviously just trading away Trophy Mage here. The thing is that they do know we have Chandra's Revolution, though. So there's definitely a chance that they're hoping that we block, and then at the end on their second main phase here, they're going to put another counter on Druid of the Cowl, making it a... Oh, they didn't do that. Okay, well. That was not what I expected. Alright, just going to play a Weldfast Monitor here. I think a lot of people would probably look at this game and be like, you weren't playing enough lands, like 15's not enough, that's why you're behind. I'm just not looking at it the same way. I don't think I'm behind in this game, which I am, by the way. I don't think I'm behind because I'm playing too few lands. I think I'm just behind by the luck of the draw, right? They had something to disrupt our 2-drop that would be a very good blocker here against Scrounging Bandar or a Lawless Broker or any of those things. We drew the top end of our deck, the 2 Chandra's Evolutions and the Shrewd Negotiation. We drew the most expensive cards, and we didn't draw any cheap artifacts to enable any of the cheap artifact things our deck does. So, I'm not saying we're out of this game. I don't think that's true at all, actually. I think we're like very much in this game, especially if we can somehow coax them, I should say, into putting all their counters on the Druid of the Cowl. All that being said, of course, though, anyways, I just think that we shouldn't, if this game ends up going badly, or the start that we had, the kind of slow start that we had, I don't think we should blame that on too many lands or anything. It might have been a bad keep, to be honest. Like, we might have wanted to mulligan in search of a more explosive start. That's totally possible. Huh. We could steal that. Because I kind of want to crack this to find a land, but if you crack it to find a land, then you have nothing to shrew negotiation. So I'm just going to revolution this and the green land. And get in for 3, because that's all I can do here. Look, if they play a 3-power guy and they win the game, they win the game, but my big play here is to negotiation away, like... Right, my big play here is to somehow acquire one of their big cards. So that attack is not super terrible. Is there ever a chance I'm just racing here? I mean, I guess I could have kept everything and just like 2-for-1 myself for the Iron Tread Crusher, but that doesn't seem great. Although maybe it's fine. I don't really know. Alright. I mean... Oh, they didn't do it. Alright, well. I thought for sure playing Pima Aether Seer pre-combat meant that they were going to make me, like, everything I had block. But they didn't, so that's good. Sky Skiff. I guess I have to revolution this in a forest again? So I'm just blocking with the Gear Smasher. Yeah, I think I just have to keep attacking the Star Ball. I mean, I'm not winning this. Like, okay, I'm not going to be able to do 2 to him with Gear Smasher. But I think I have to keep attacking. Like, maybe I don't. Let's grab that. Come on, land. I need to land so badly here. Bam. Alright, do I take control of Druid of the Cowl or Iron Tread Crusher? It's actually a question. I think take control of Druid of the Cowl. Alright, come on. This is the turn we gotta fade. Now, the reason I did that, by the way, is because I'm looking at her hand and we have Sky Skiff and Hinterland Drake. And if we take the Iron Tread Crusher and they kill our Swarwick's Brawler, we just die. Whereas this turn, if they kill our Swarwick's Brawler, we just go to 2. I mean, that's not a good card for us, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you just have Arbor Backstomper, we were just dead either way. That actually makes taking the Druid of the Cowl more right, though, because we wanted to get them off lands in a way. But, didn't happen. Alright, gonna play out our hand. So they can, if they just attack with Arbor Backstomper, we just block with Skiff and Druid, and they kill Druid. They do have 3 cards in hand, so they probably have something going on over there. And dead. Alright. Yeah, that's just dead. Alright, let's go with, so Ruinous Gremlin would have been good there against exactly Iron Shard Crusher. Yeah, I think we just run it back. I think we kind of know what our problem was in that game. We're just going to try to not have that problem. Alright, do we keep this? We need a red land so bad. We do have 8 of them. I think we keep this. Ugh, if we draw a red land, we're just like a pretty big favorite to win. You technically have 2 draw steps to draw a red land. Jeez, harsh scrutiny. So harsh. Taking the Sweatworks Brawler away. Wow, more afraid of that than the Maverick Operaist? Alright, let's go red land. Sky Skiff. Reasonable. Yeah, by the way, if we had Mulligan, that just would have been so bad against harsh scrutiny, but of course we didn't know that. So I don't know if we made the right play, but it turned out to be okay. Like, we just have to draw red land here. Ooh, let's not make the mistake I did last time. Let's learn from our mistakes. Alright, I would like to attach it and do that, and let's go. Off to the races, right? 5 power on turn 3. With a vehicle, by the way, so technically 6 power. This is what we're trying to do. Yeah, I really don't know why they took Sweatworks Brawler. Oh, maybe they had that. Maybe that was... Is that the reason to take Sweatworks Brawler? Don't really know. Just gonna get in here. This actually makes it kind of tough for us. We do kind of need to draw like a Chandra's Revolution or something to get through. Also, drawing another island off that Implement of Combustion just like wasn't ideal. But you know, we had. So the thing is like with a hand like that, and you have to draw a land, you know that you're kind of boom or bust, right? Like we're gonna go off, we're gonna have a fast start. But the whole thing was kind of boom or bust. Either our fast start worked or it didn't. So, you know, alright, Emerald Gear Smasher, get in there. Doesn't get crewed by... Ooh, no. Doesn't get crewed by the Gear Smasher. Just getting in for 2 here, of course. Nothing huge. Also, Gear Smasher's not that bad here. I mean, we do kind of have them, like, aided. Also, like, Shock is suddenly a good card. So we have Shock, the 2 Revolutions. We would gladly take a Shrew Negotiation here. Because, I mean, trading away, like, a 1 Thopter isn't that big of a deal, so... Wow, that card's actually kind of bad, just because... they can put counters on High Spy Artisan to make it like much stronger against us. Yeah, we really need a Chandra's Revolution here. Just did not get there. Alright, I mean, just got to fire up the team in attack here. Play a Thriving Grubs. So if they put... They're going to put at least... 2, I think they would just put both counters here, right? But that does open them up to a Shrew Negotiation, right? It makes them very weak to a Shrew Negotiation. Ew. Yeah. Alright, well that kind of takes away our main game plan of finishing with Emerald Gear Smasher. They get to eat a Smasher, just block like a Sky Skiff and take 1 here. So the good news is that the last card in their hand hand doesn't necessarily have to be anything that good, right? The bad news is that we're out of gas as well, and that their top decks are probably going to be a bit better than ours, along with the fact that we don't have any way to attack them right now. So, yeah. Kind of expected something like that. Alright, what would be good here? Puzzle Knot? I mean, that's not good. But that makes Shrewd Negotiation much better. So we kind of are playing to Shrewd Negotiation, which is basically our out. I mean, I guess we also have Chandra Revolution that can do some fun things, like, you know, we could theoretically set up an Alpha Strike where we know they're going to block pretty well, but we get to then, like, finish off the High Spire Artisan, something like that. So we're not totally dead here. Let's not, you know, let's understand that. We're not entirely dead here. If they whiff for a few turns and we draw a Shrewd Negotiation or a Chandra Revolution or a Lathnu Sailback, oh, we don't have it on the deck, sorry. If we draw a Shrewd Negotiation or a Chandra Revolution or a Bastion Inventor, these are all things that can kind of get us back in the game. Revolution, excellent. All right. I think we fire up the band. We just get in there. I mean, if they don't block, we just for this. They do block before that. All right. Look, I mean, now they have a 4/4 Night Market or Night Market Aeronaut, but is that really their top deck? All right. I mean, this is what we said, right? If we're in a position like this, they're just going to be top decking better than us. So we knew this would happen. I think we're just dead. Alright everyone, well thank you for watching a not too fun round number 1, although game 1 was a blast. On to round number 2. See you there.